Join me, let's make this hairband, and you're gonna want to keep making it because you can just use scrap fabric. Whatever pieces you have, just put them together. These are just 2 pieces. They should just be non-stretch fabric. I got 2 pieces of non-stretch. One is a satin, one is just African fabric. You want to use 2 of these. They both measure 6 by 40, but depending on the thickness you want, you can make it more. Depending on the wideness, you can make your inches more. You just need 2 pieces of elastic. Measure the circumference of your head. I went with 21 and I deducted 2 because it's elastic, it's going to stretch. So I deducted 2 inches, so I got 19 each. 19 here, 19 here, and I got this for a little board. This is going to be 5 by 6. For the board is 2 pieces, 5 by 6 actually. It's just one, I just cut in one and it's folded, so each side is 5 by 6, and just a little piece of strip to wrap around your bowl for the front of your hairband. So come on, let's do it. We need 2 safety pins to pull our elastic through, and you can make this by hand, you can make it with your sewing machine. Just join me, let's do it, and we can do this in under 10 minutes. So that's more reason why you should do it. Come on, let's get into it. If this is your first time joining us, welcome back. And if you've been here before, we say thank you for coming back. So all we're going to be doing here today is just joining our fabrics. We're turning them right sides facing, and we're going to hem these 2 together. After turning them right side face, you want to hem them all the way down to the very end. You want to sew until you reach the end of it, and then you leave that opening and you come down and do the second part. So you're joining both up and down. You're joining these 2 places, up here and down here. You're joining it, you're leaving the sides open. So let's go do that and be right back. So after stitching, you want to just turn your fabric inside out. It's going to be in the form of a tube now, so you just want to turn it inside out. Okay, so this is what you should have. After turning it inside out, you want to go another line of 2 lines of stitches again. One more here on the bottom and one more on the top, because we're forming the elastic casing. So depending on the size of elastic you're using, I'm using a 1/2 inch elastic. So depending on the size of elastic you're using, that's how why you want your elastic casing to be. And you might want to make it a little bigger so your elastic will be able to go through without any headache. Or so just do a second line to fit your elastic casing. You're doing 1 line of stitch up here and 1 line here. Where's my chalk? Let me do this so you'll be able to see it. I'm gonna go here and here. So this is how it's gonna look like. You're gonna give 1 line here and 1 line here. You might want to iron your work before you do that line of stitching, so you can be able to have your stitch in place instead of it being all, yeah. So you want to iron it, and then you just make 1 line of stitch here and 1 line here to form your elastic casing. So after you've done your stitching, your second layer of stitches, can see this. Okay, we're just gonna grab our elastics. I'm gonna grab the first one, and then the second pin, and this second one. If you've been here before, you know what we do with it. We just pin it in the fabric just at the beginning of our tube, so the elastic don't slip while we're pulling it in. So we're just gonna go through and push our elastic in the tube. You want to push your pin, just push and pull your pin. Keep pushing and pulling your pin. Make sure your elastic is straight. Make sure it's straightened up when you're doing this. Otherwise, you're going to be all crumbled inside. So you want to make sure your elastic is straightened in the right position. And then you put it there. Just push your pin and pull. Push and pull on your pin. Just keep pushing and pulling until you reach the end of it. And we're going to do the same on this other side. So after pulling your elastic through, this is what you should have with an opening in the front. Make sure to tie your elastic before you pull out your pins. So you're going to have this opening in the front. We're going to close this opening, and just you want to take this extra, this 5x6 piece, I'm sorry, and you want to turn it right side facing and just stitch around it and leave a little opening to turn it inside out. So after you've done your stitches on this, like you see, we close it up here. You just want to come and turn it on this side so you can see what it looks like on the satin side. Okay, this is what it looks like. So then you want to come and just take this we made for the loop and the piece for the bow. You wrap it. I would prefer you just do this. You can do it on the right side, it doesn't matter. You can just go ahead and use your hand needle and sew it on the right side and cut the edge. But I would just, because that's how I like it, so I would turn it on the wrong side. I'll turn this loop to the wrong side, as you can see, and stitch it. Use my hand needle and stitch it, and then I'm going to flip it around so the stitching will be inside before I can bring it to put it on here on my hairband. We made our bow, and this is what it looks like. It's just a simple bow. If you want your bow to have more volume, like maybe stiffer, you can add felt in it or maybe interfacing, but I did not add anything to mine. Just went with it like that. So it's up to you. It's optional. If you want it to have more volume, you can add something inside, maybe even a piece of jeans or just whatever you have. You can use it to add volume to it, but that's what we have. So we're just gonna be going right here, and we're gonna be adding that bow to the front here. I'm thinking whether I should use it on the satin side. Oh, I should turn it around to the African print side and just add our bow here. Yeah, so this is what it's gonna look like when we're all done. We're gonna have it looking like this. So let's go use our hand needle and just stitch the bow on. In case you want your hairband to be reversible, you want to use them on both sides. All you need to do is just use your hand needle and just tack this front portion of it down where we join it in the front. Just tack it down, stitch it down, few stitches just so it hold in place like this. And then you get your piece for your bow. Just place it on whichever side, it doesn't matter because it's going to be able to go around. So place it there and get your piece, your scrap that's going to serve as the loop, and just put it around here just like we were going to do it the first time. Hem it. You can hem it on the right side, you can hem it on the wrong side. I would advise, since you want to be able to use it on both sides, you turn it to the wrong side like I talked about earlier, and you stitch it where you can be able to flip it over, and you can use it on both sides if you want. So let me do it so you can see what we're talking about. That way we can be able to use it on both sides instead of just having it on one side. We're just trying to flip it over here. I'm just trying to flip it over because I did the hemming on the wrong side. The closing for this is on the wrong side, so I'm just trying to flip it over. And I flipped it over. And so this is what we have. Let's turn it to the other side. So if you want to use it on this other side, all you need to do is to turn it over like that, and you just pull your bow in the front. You just want to simply pull your bow in the front, and voila, there you are. You have it. You can use it both ways. Yep. This is it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making this with us. Like and share our videos. Subscribe to our channel so we can learn together and keep growing. And together we can do whatever we want to achieve. We can do it together. Thank you so much. Have a very good night and stay safe. God bless you.